We know more tonight about a possible motive. A law enforcement official tells us Diogenes Archangel Ortiz targeted the ICU because he was upset over what he perceived as a lack of care for a family member. That relative was diagnosed with a terminal illness and died last week. During the hostage and shooting attack Saturday, 3 UPMC employees and 2 officers were injured. The UPMC hospital where this happened is in West Manchester Township. The York County DA is now waiting for the criminal investigation to be finished before he gives us more details. We are learning more tonight about the officer killed. Today, our Mallory Metzner spoke with Duarte's mother. She now joins us live outside a memorial that is growing in West York Borough. Mallory.
Alicia, Officer Andrew Duarte's mother says the support that she's received has been overwhelming. She wants her son to be remembered as a smart, courageous, funny man, full of integrity, with a willingness to serve. She says he had a deep love for his family and friends. Nancy Duarte Matarese just got back from running errands on Saturday when she got the news no parent ever wants to hear.
The doorbell rang. My husband answered and he said, "Nancy, the police are here."
She says her son typically communicated with her over Snapchat throughout the day.
He Snapchatted me back and I went off to do my day. I had no clue that everything was going on.
The last in-person conversation they had was Thursday morning.
I said to him, as I always said to him when he would leave, I said, "Be smart and be safe this weekend at work. And I love you." And he said, "Yep, and I love you too."
Officer Andrew Duarte just celebrated his 30th birthday last Monday. He was killed while responding to the shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital on Saturday.
The Lord used him to save the lives of others, even though it took Andrew's life, which I can't even believe when I say it out loud.
Officer Duarte started his career in 2016 as a seasonal police officer in Ocean City, Maryland.
Initially, I thought he would go towards the military because that seemed to suit him. But when he got into his freshman year of college, he pivoted over into law enforcement.
This photo shows his mother pinning his badge on him at his police academy graduation in Denver. He worked there from 2017 to 2022. An officer with West York Borough describes Officer Duarte as an eccentric, funny, and a family man. He says he transferred here from Colorado to be closer to family. More specifically, closer to his mother.
He loved me, and I loved him deeply. We were very close. He was the joy of my life. He's my only child.
When he became a police officer, did you ever talk about him risking his life and what that entailed?
Maybe not enough.
Why did Andrew want to become a police officer?
I think because deep down he really just wanted to get the bad guys off the street.
People in West York and surrounding communities now paying tribute to Duarte, thanking him for keeping them safe. As the fallen hero's mother keeps memories of cruise vacations and the times they spent together immortalized in photos and always in her heart.
My sweet child.
According to West York Borough, funeral services will be held this Friday at 1 p.m. at the Living World Community Church in Red Lion. There will be information on how to watch on abc27.com. Live in West York, Mallory Metzner, ABC 27 News.
Thanks to Mallory. The memorial for Duarte is still growing outside the West York Borough Police Department. It started on the steps of the police station. Now, flowers, photos, candles, and cards are spread out all in front of the entire municipal building. The Pennsylvania chapter of Concerns of Police Survivors, also known as COPS, stopped by to deliver a plant and cookies for the officers. The executive director says her son was an officer killed in the line of duty 6 years ago. She says more law enforcement is needed.
I tell all our survivors that, it doesn't get easier, but we're there to catch them. We're walking this path with them. We've walked it before, and we're going to be there to catch them if and when they stumble.
COPS says Duarte's name added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. during Police Week in May of 2026. Many are stepping up to remember Duarte and support his family.
The community's heart has continued to show since the beginning their warmth, their respect and caring, and we take it day by day, and we're going to continue to support the amazing hero that he was.
There are several fundraisers being held in York County. One of them is happening right now at Holy Hound Tap Room.
All of us have a responsibility to try to help our community, and I feel that as a venue like this, we can bring people together. Bars and restaurants are a great place for gathering, and this is something where I feel like we can make a difference.
The money will go to West York Borough for the Officer Andrew Duarte Memorial Fund. Tonight, there are questions surrounding security measures at local hospitals. Nationwide data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows attacks on healthcare facilities and workers have increased over the years. Let's turn to our Sarah Wilson for this live outside UPMC Memorial. Sarah.
Alicia, one of the biggest questions that so many people have is how did this suspect allegedly walk into the hospital armed with handguns and zip ties and open fire? There is a petition circulating around online. It's garnered about 300 signatures, and the petitioners are urging UPMC to address what they call dreadfully inadequate security measures here at this hospital. I spoke with one security expert, John Sansonito, about this. He tells me it is not unusual for hospitals not to have things like metal detectors. The only time you really see them is at larger medical facilities, think maybe Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. He also knows there are a lot of pros to having such detectors because they can serve as a deterrent, but he also says they can make things a lot more difficult.
Some of the downside of it, first of all, it is very expensive. Metal detectors have to be manned 24/7. You oftentimes have backlog of individuals, and sometimes these are emotionally charged individuals to begin with. They may not like the fact that they're being held up, and also it can delay everyone going in and out of that setting.
And that was one of the biggest things that Sansonito had pointed out. He said it's hard to have both security and convenience, and hospitals really need to work to find a balance between that. We did reach out to UPMC for comments specifically about their security measures in place. Alicia, we were told that at this time they're not conducting any interviews. We're live in York County. Sarah Wilson, ABC 27 News.
Sarah, thanks so much for your coverage. And UPMC Memorial remains closed to visitors at this time. The hospital is also diverting EMS, but is accepting all patients who walk into the emergency department.